electronic devices. To comply with Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the city requests that participants in this meeting complete a voluntary anonymous survey that is available on the table in the back of the room. Donna, we have a roll call, please.
Sure. Brian?
Here.
Frank?
Here.
Robin?
Here.
Tony?
Here.
And Ryan?
Here.
Very good, thank you. All right, we'll move down to approval of minutes. Everyone's received a copy of the minutes. Hopefully you've had time to review them. Mr. Massey, do you have any recommendations, changes, alterations to our minutes?
Accept the minutes as written.
Everyone's okay with that? We'll accept the minutes. Thank you. Looks like no old business tonight. New business. Rick, what you got for us?
I got my employee recognition. I got Dave Helmick here. Dave, as you'll see, been here 34 years, actually a little over 34 years. So, Dave, he was born and raised right here in Greensburg, Indiana. Dave attended and graduated from Greensburg Community High School in 1982. Yeah, I was 8. Dave married his wife, Linda, in 1986. They have 2 kids that followed, Andy and Brandon. Dave also has 3 grandchildren, Aiden, Nolan, and Charlotte, I think, AKA Webby, is that right? Dave and Linda, they've been married for 36 years. He enjoys camping, baseball, NASCAR, and he's a big IU fan.
All right.
Dave started at the water plant February 22nd, 1988 as a water plant operator and is still in that capacity after 34 years and some change. He jokes around all the time about retirement, but I always tell him I'll never accept that resignation letter. So. Dave currently is a certified licensed water treatment operator through the Indiana Department of Environmental Management, holding a WT5 and a WT3. Dave's licenses could let him operate any water treatment plant in the state of Indiana, and he chose here, which I'm grateful for. No matter the time of day or night, sleep or no sleep, I do not recall Dave ever turning me down to work overtime. Dave's knowledge of water treatment and his work ethic are second to none. Thanks, Dave.
Very good. I've known Dave for a long time, but he is a couple years older than me. So, I was in high school at least, Rick, when he graduated.
Okay.
But Dave, we really appreciate all your work. 34 years, that's amazing. 34 years, and I'm sure things have changed quite a bit over those 34 years.
It has several mayors and several employees, and
Yeah.
you know, in the water treatment business, no 2 days is the same.
Good.
And that's a nice challenge.
Good.
And when I have to, got great coworkers, and then it all starts with the top of the ridge.
Very good.
So we all get along, and we have a good time. But when it's time to get serious, we get serious.
Yeah, very good. What do you like best about your job after 34 years? What do you like best?
I just told Rick 6 p.m. when I get off
6
work.
p.m.
But no, I just love the guys I work with, and I like the daily challenges of it.
What's your schedule?
Work 7 days and off 7 days, 6 or 7 12-hour days.
Okay.
And then as needed, fill in as needed.
Okay. Now, are you on days all the time, or do you guys rotate that
So
still?
we rotate,
Like-
1 week of days, and then I'm off, and then another week of nights,
Okay.
and then I'm off,
So we've been doing that for a long time, right?
since I've been there.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. If you could change one thing, what would it be?
Well, I think we can change it. We got new water.
Very good, very good. Well, Dave, we appreciate all you've done for us for so many years, and we hope we got many more years. And we'll take Rick's advisement not to accept your retirement under advisement. And glad you made it tonight. We appreciate you being here. Appreciate you bringing your wife, and wish you nothing but success and the best in the future. Thank you again. Another round of applause. And we're going to go on with the meeting. You're welcome to stay, but you don't have to.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
Thank you. Appreciate you being here
His
tonight.
grandson has a ball game.
Oh, you better go. It is 6 o'clock, you know.
Yeah, well.
Your favorite part of the day.
It's not for another hour. So.
Okay. I promise you we won't be here in an hour. Very good. Thank you. Thank you again. All right. Darren, you got an update for us?
Good evening. I don't have a whole lot, just a few updates. We're still working on record drawings. It should be done. My CAD guy's been out for a while, and I've got a few changes to make on that, so that by next month you'll have all those. They're doing repairs to the clarifier. They're supposed to be in on Thursday to continue that work. Originally told me about 5 days to do that, so they've been about there about a day and a half, so probably middle of next week, hopefully, if they can stay on it. They took last week off on that. The one other big item that's still left to be done is the second pack unit. I sent an email today. They're trying to get all the people there, both the manufacturer, the local rep, and all try to work their schedules, so they want them all there at the same time, so they can work through all those things. Once we get that done, then we'll be able to get to that final change order, and then we can do the final out of the total project cost at that point in time. So hopefully that'll happen maybe by next month. So see anything else on the list? I think that was about it. So
Time's growing short with us, isn't it, Darren?
yeah, I gotta find another project. So
Find something else to do.
yeah. So no, I always like these meetings. These are one of my favorite meetings. So I'll come around again.
Anyone have any questions for Darren? Nope. Very well.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
Darren. Rick, you coming back? All right.
You see the Gray Matters IFIX contract. What that is with our new SCADA system at the water plant. Gray Matters is like a supporting part of the tech support for the program that actually runs our whole process at our plant. It's called IFIX. Precision is the ones that wrote the program. They actually had a contract with Gray Matters that in the email that I received actually expired in August of 2021. And to reinstate our contract with them for support, we have to pay for that since August of 2021 to up to date, which is another year from now also. So for that price, I believe it was $9,000. I can't read that without my glasses.
$339.36.
Yes. So for $9,339.36 is what the contract's going to be. Now I did talk to Precision to see if why it would be us that would have that contract, and like he explained to me, if they was to go out of business, then whoever would come in and take control or start working on our SCADA system, that they could call tech support with IFIX, this Gray Matters. They do have their own contracts on, like Allen Bradley. He explained to me that they do a lot of work with Allen Bradley, so they have that contract with themselves, but they don't work with IFIX with anybody else other than us. So that's why we need to hold the contract with them.
Okay. Did you say we're going back to August of 21?
Yes, that we have to pay back to August 21 up to date. Is why it's a little more expensive this time than what it should be next year.
And it'll be annually here on out.
Yes, it'll be annually here on out.
And this is something we expected, nothing out of the ordinary, nothing new.
But no, we have to have this, honestly, for the support. And I'll tell you what actually brought it up, Robin, was we was having trouble with they're calling it the historian, but I call it the trending. And what that is everything from chlorine residuals to turbidity to, if IDEM comes in and they say, okay, what was your turbidity on such and such date 3 months ago, I better be able to pull that up and say, okay, here it is. So that's what that is. That documents everything. And we was having a little issues with it. And then we I think that's when we figured out that we didn't have the contract for the support any longer. So that's how we kind of stumbled on it.
Okay. Board, anyone have a question for Rick?
How did it get past August 21 till today?
I'm
They didn't reach out and say, hey, you owe us money here.
I'm assuming that was just something that they had during the building of the SCADA system or putting the SCADA system together, so Precision could call this Gray Matters and say, okay, this is the problems I'm having or whatever. Once they got the program up and running, then at that time I don't know why they didn't come to me and say, hey, you should really have this contract for tech support if something would come up. Maybe they just dropped the ball, I don't know, until we had trouble with it and we needed tech support,
Yeah.
so that's how we figured it out.
Okay. Very good. What's your pleasure?
I'll make a motion that we have to pay the $9,339.36 for last year and the year ahead. Is that where it pays up till August?
Yes.
or-
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good. We have a motion on the floor, is there a second?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. All right, motion carries. Very good, thank you.
Thank you.
What's next, Rick?
Upland Reservoir. A couple weeks ago, Dave came to me and said, Rick, we got an odor upstairs when I was doing a backwash. I'm like, whatever, Dave. Well, the next day we had an odor that we detected coming in from Upland Reservoir. So after what we went through with the algae bloom last year, I actually contacted Westport to see who took care of their reservoir. I did a walkthrough with them a couple months ago, and he was telling me they have somebody come in every 2 weeks and treat their reservoir. Obviously, it's a lot smaller, but it was aquatic control out of Seymour. So I called them one day, and they were on site the next day to pull water samples throughout our reservoir. I think I forwarded all you guys the results that they come up with, lots of different kind of algae, scrape tests, they did water samples. What they come up with is they want to do a treatment with Acutrin Plus. We have to have a construction permit with IDM to do the treatment itself, and they will take care of all that. So they'll submit all the proper paperwork to the state to make sure that's all taken care of. And that price, I had it right here in front of me. That price it's $5,682. They actually put tax on that, which we're tax exempt, so I did notify them that we were tax exempt. So $5,682. Talking to Sierra, I think I put the copy of the email in there where she had wrote back, and after we do this initial treatment, we'll have to probably get on some kind of a water sampling plan once a week and try to find out where that threshold is on the algae bloom, and that's going to tell us when we need to do the next treatment. So it's kind of a trial and error right now, but this should take care of some of the taste and odor, hopefully, from here on out. But after what we went through last year, I don't. We do have our carbon room up and running like it's supposed to. So, you know, we turned the carbon up. I think we about doubled it what we was initially feeding, which helped tremendously. And then we actually just bypassed the reservoir totally, so we're pumping water directly from Flat Rock in to be treated now, and it's back to normal. So.
Okay. So we're getting ahead of the game,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
All right, so you're looking for approval for the 5662.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. You want a question for Rick?
She seemed pretty confident though with that algae, that's what was causing the problem, the way it sounded in
Yes.
the emails. That
Let me, when I was talking to him, I didn't realize how big this company is. This company does work all over the United States, so, and they work with municipalities and utilities, so this is nothing new to them, so they know the paperwork that needs to be submitted. They know what we can and can't do with our drinking water.
If we were gonna go with this company or some other company, you'd still have to pay that $56.82.
It's gonna be somewhere out there, I'm assuming.
Right.
Yeah, it was a well-written response, good point. Yep, very well. What's your pleasure, board?
I'll make a motion to accept the proposal for 5682 for aqua control.
Very well. We have a motion on the floor, is there a second?
Second.
Second, we have a motion, we have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed with the same sign? All right, motion carries.
Thank you.
Very good. You about done, Rick? I'm still spinning.
We have our biannual dam inspection that's mandated through the state. if you see, I think you put a copy of I sent a copy of the contract to Chris. Chris looked over it. It's about the same. The price has stayed the same the last 2 inspections actually, which was great.
Yep.
And I'm asking for the $4,500 to go ahead and get the biannual inspection done. And they will do all the paperwork, take pictures, give us the report, and also submit it to the state as well.
It's every 2 years, right?
It's every 2
Requirements,
years.
okay.
Yep.
Very good.
And I would let the board know, I did review the contract and didn't find any issues with anything in it.
Very well, thank you.
And I'll make a motion to approve the money to make that happen.
Very well, we have a motion on the floor. Here, a second.
Second?
We have a motion, we have a second. All those in favor say aye, please. All those opposed with the same sign? All right. Motion carries, $4,500 to Bert.
Thank you.
Dam inspection.
State mandates, they should pay for it.
They used to.
They used to.
They used to. They used to do the inspection and the report and everything, and then about 6, 8, 10 years ago, whatever it was, they finally
I was
said,
thinking,
we're done.
it's your dam, you take care of it.
Yep.
I'm just excited the price didn't go up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, yeah,
What's not going up,
exactly.
right? Very well. Anything else for us, Rick?
No, I did put a copy of May's MRO in your packet,
Yep,
so
that's
if you have
right.
any questions on that, it's pretty much the same as
Okay,
every other month, so
very well.
that's all I have.
All right, thank you, Rick.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
Don't see the mayor here to add anything. Anyone else like to be recognized by the board? No? If not, Dave, thank you again. We appreciate your service and hope to have you around for many more years. And
Thank you.
thanks for all you do. If there's no more questions, we'll stand adjourned.